Before we go ahead and install PostgreSQL on our local development machine, before that, in this lecture, let's learn what an ORM or object relational mapping is and understand how an ORM works. Because in order to connect to and work with a database from our NestJS application, we need an ORM. And in this course, we are going to use type ORM when we are going to work with PostgreSQL database, and we will also use Mongoose when we will work with MongoDB database. So as we learned in the last lecture, the service which we create in NestJS application, it does not communicate with the database directly. Between the service and the database, we have an extra layer called as ORM. This ORM takes request from the service and perform the required operation on the database. And again, in this course, we are going to use type ORM as well as Mongoose. Now, an ORM can be divided into two important parts. In the first part, we write the TypeScript code. And the second part is where type ORM generates an SQL query based on our TypeScript code. So in order to work with a database from our NestJS application like PostgreSQL, we don't write SQL queries directly. We write TypeScript code where we use some methods provided by type ORM, and then type ORM takes those functions and convert it to corresponding SQL query. And then that SQL query is executed against the database. So this is very important to understand. We don't write SQL queries in our NestJS application. We simply write some TypeScript code where we use some methods defined by type ORM, and then based on the method which we have used, type ORM is going to convert that code to corresponding SQL queries. So you as a developer will write the methods for performing different operations on the database like insert, update, etc. But you do not have to write SQL queries directly to perform operations on the database. Based on the logic you have written, the corresponding SQL statement will be generated by ORM in this SQL query layer. And then those SQL statements will be executed against the database. I hope this point is clear. So for most of the queries, your ORM would be able to do the job for you and write related SQL statements for a given task. And this is one advantage that ORM provides. So here you don't need to know two languages, the SQL query language and TypeScript language, in order to create a fully fledged web application. Here you just need to know TypeScript, and you will write your code in TypeScript, and type ORM will generate the related SQL queries for you. So for example, let's say we want to fetch one user based on his ID from the users table in the database. For that, the SQL statement will look something like this. Now, you don't have to write this SQL statement in your NestJS application in order to get the details of the user with ID 100. Instead, you will write some TypeScript code like this. As you can see here, we are using a method find one provided by type ORM. And when the type ORM will see that we are using this find one method on user repository, it will know that it has to find a user with the given ID from the user table. And for that, it will generate the corresponding SQL statement like this. This will happen in the SQL query layer. And that SQL statement will be then executed against the users table in the database. This will return us the user with ID 100. And that user will then be passed over to TypeScript code, and it will be passed as an object. So we can use that user object in our TypeScript code. So this is one advantage. You don't need to write the SQL queries by your own. Instead, you will use some methods provided by TypeORM, and behind the scenes for that method, the corresponding SQL queries will be generated. And this is not just for the simple queries. Even for the complex queries like this, where you want to select a user from the users table, where the age of the user should be greater than 30, and the last active of the user should be within the last 7 days, and the user should have followers more than 100. So if you want to write such complex queries, for that also you can simply write some TypeScript code, as you can see here. So again, since we want to find a user we are calling this find method on the user repository. And there we are passing an object. In there we are specifying this where statement, this where keyword, and to that also we are passing an object, and in that object we are writing our condition. So we are writing that we want to fetch those users whose age should be greater than 30, and the last active of that user should be within the 7 days, and the followers of that user should be greater than 100. So it will only fetch those users which satisfies these three conditions. And as you can see here also we are writing some TypeScript code. We are not writing any SQL statement. Type ORM will take this TypeScript code, and for that it will generate the corresponding SQL statement like this. And then this SQL statement will be executed against the users table in the database. Another advantage of using ORM or type ORM is we can define the relationship between two tables in the database from TypeScript code itself. The ORM, in our case the type ORM, it will take care of doing the migration and syncing the database state with the application. For example, let's say in our database we want to create a user table. For that we need to create a class called user, and we need to decorate it with @entity decorator. So here this will tell type ORM that we want to create a user table in this database based on this user class. In here we are also telling what columns do we need in that user table. So for example, we want an ID column in the user table, and that ID column should be a primary column. It should have primary keys, and it should be auto generated. We should not be providing the value for ID column. It should be auto generated. For that we are decorating it with primary generated column, and other columns should be normal columns. So we are simply decorating it with @column decorator. So type ORM will take this entity class, and based on this it will create a user table in the database, and there it will create an ID column which will be a primary column, and it will be auto generated. Its value will be auto generated based on the previous value, and then it will also have name and email column. In the same way, for this tweet class also, since it is decorated with @entity decorator, the type ORM will take this tweet class, and based on that it will create a tweet table in the database, and there also we will have an ID column, the text column, and the user column. Now here if you see, we are defining a relation between the tweet table and the user table. So here this user field which we have for this tweet class, so in the tweet table also a user column will be created, and that user column will store an ID from the user table. So here, as you can see, we are defining a one-to-one relationship between the tweet table and the user table. Here we are defining a one-to-one relation between tweet entity and user entity. So in the database, a one-to-one relation will be created between the tweet table and the user table. And for that, to specify that we want a one-to-one relation between tweet table and user table, we are decorating it with @one-to-one decorator. And we are also specifying how we need to join those two tables, the tweet table and the user table. So all this code we are writing in TypeScript in our NestJS application, and type ORM will take these codes, it will look into these codes, and based on that it is also going to generate tables in the database, and it is also going to define the relationship between those tables. So this is another advantage. Next, using ORM, we can also create indexes on a table column from the TypeScript code itself. We do not need to create indexes by going to the database table and then define index. We can simply do it from our TypeScript code. And in this way, entire state of the database resides in the application with the help of ORM. So for example, we have this user entity. So based on this user entity, ORM will create a user table. Now what we want is, in that user table, we want to have an index on the name column and the email column. So for that, we just need to decorate these two fields in this user class with @index decorator. And type ORM will understand that here, when the table will be created, this user table will be created in the database. There, we also want to have an index on the name column and email column. So in this way, with the help of ORM, we can do everything related to database development from our TypeScript code itself, from our NestJS application itself. Now, this might seem like not so important feature of ORM at present when you are dealing with a small application, but when an application grows, this is a lifesaver. Other advantage of using an ORM is we can switch between the databases very easily. For example, let's say currently you are using PostgreSQL database and in future your requirement changes and you want to switch to MySQL database. This migration, this switching is very easy when we are using an ORM like TypeORM. Since TypeORM is compatible with many databases, you can easily switch them. And this migration becomes fairly easy as compared to changing your SQL queries. And this proves that TypeORM is super helpful from longevity perspective also, where you have a requirement of switching between the databases at a later state of life cycle of your application development. Now, there are also certain disadvantages of using ORM as well. And one of them is you have less control over the SQL queries generated by the TypeORM. Since now you're not writing SQL queries yourself, you rely on ORM to write these queries effectively for you. You will have a very less control over what SQL query gets generated. And in case of very complex queries, performance optimization can be a problem. But having said that, type ORM whenever you want, it allows you to pass raw queries as well. So it does not limit you to only depend on the methods provided by type ORM for generating the SQL queries. You can also pass raw SQL queries whenever you want to type ORM. So this was a very high level overview of how type ORM or ORM in general can be useful when working with a database from your NestJS application, and how it makes everything related to working with database easier for you. This is all from this lecture. In the next lecture, we are going to install an SQL database called PostgreSQL, and then we are going to start working with it. We are going to connect with this database and perform some CRUD operation from our NestJS application. This is all from this lecture. If you have any questions, then feel free to ask it. Thank you for listening and have a great day.